Hello, our channel viewers. Let's talk about self-esteem. Usually we are learning Tanya on the order. We are in the first chapter, but here and there we upload different aspects of Jewish psychology. And today I want to share with you some thoughts about self-esteem, sounds like a very important thing, but you won't find it. You won't find this term in the Jewish literature. Why? Because there is something very problematic with the way we understand self-esteem. What does it mean? Usually we mention self-esteem as what? As the way I appreciate myself, my attributes, my powers, my what do I'm doing in this world. And it's like usually self-esteem, it's about me. And I am being influenced by the way other people look at me and the way they see me influence on my self-esteem, my confidence, sometimes my trust. And in order to understand the difficulty in the way we understand and the way we think about self-esteem, I want to go to the sides. It's like one side of self-esteem is that I'm suffering from too much self-esteem. And it's a problem because when I'm in this point, I'm having too much confidence in myself. Too much. I appreciate myself too much. I have too much self-esteem. It's a problem. Why? Because it could lead me to narcissism and to appreciate myself too much. I don't listen to other. I am full of confidence, and sometimes it's not so nice to be next to someone like that because he's so full of himself and he cannot even see you and he cannot even see reality because when you are full of yourself it's like you have on your eyes you have your thing that covers your eyes and you cannot see reality and things that are changing. So too much self-esteem, too much appreciation of myself, too much confidence, sometimes it's a problem. And and there is the second problem which we identified with. We all know and we all agree that when someone is suffering from um, low self-esteem, he has to work on himself. Why? Because without self-esteem, he cannot push himself forward. He cannot appreciate himself. He does not do. He's suffering from he's afraid from the world because he does not appreciate his inner powers and what he has. And in this situation, there is a problem. We said too much self-esteem, too much confidence is a problem. Without self-esteem, when I have low self-esteem, it's a different problem. So what is the right measure or amount of self-esteem? We're trying to understand the trap that self-esteem suggests us and to share with you a different term that Jewish psychology suggests. So what is the trap? The trap, it is very hard to decide what is the right self-esteem that I should adopt. Why? Because people are changing and usually they are not objective about themselves, about their capabilities, about the way they can appreciate themselves, and they change their will. So what are we saying? What is self-esteem? Self-esteem usually is all about me. I appreciate myself, or I do not appreciate myself. I see myself as a capable to do a lot of things. It's a lot about me. And when I'm in the center, it's always problematic because at the end I will suffer because it's all about me. And Judaism or Jewish psychology try to suggest something else, which is being humble, modesty. What is being humble? What is humble all about? The idea of being humble is that it doesn't matter the amount of self-esteem that I have. What is matter that it's not about me. I am only helping what? I am helping something else to be discovered. I have a message. I have something to bring to the world, and I'm and I'm pushing myself forward in order to discover this thing. What do I mean? I mean, being humble, it's that the reason I have a life mission. I have something to do. And this life mission, I can discover it everywhere. It's not that I have to invent to myself a mission of, that will give me appreciation and self-esteem. It is waiting for me out there. And I have a message to bring to the world. And in order to bring this message to the world, I have to concentrate on the message and not on myself. And when I'm in the middle, I'm losing the message. I'm losing what I have to bring to the world. It's not about me. Think about a lecturer that is standing in front of audience. If he will think about himself, he will lose it. What does it mean to develop, to increase his self-esteem? No, he has to think about what? About his message, about what he's bringing to the world, and to convince himself that what he is doing is influencing others. This is um, it's a major pill in education, in parenting. What do I mean? What do I want for my child? I want him not to have confidence, to have self-esteem in himself. That's why when I'm telling him, you are the great, you are the best, you are doing always things the best, then at the end he will think, okay, but I'm not the best. I can see that I lose here, that I'm not the best in sport, I'm not the best in class. So what do we have to, what can we offer as replacement? The replacement is the world is waiting for you. Everyone is waiting for you because every thought of yours, every thing that you are doing, every talk, every word that you are getting out of your mouth is influencing someone, somewhat. So when you have this idea that I'm influencing, and it's not about me, it's about my mission, my life mission, and every one of us have a life mission. Without life mission, it's like what? I'm walking in the world and I have everything, but without meaning, without something that will tell me, okay, here you're influence other, you're making a change, you're making the world better. It's without that, what is all the wealth worth? I don't need any wealth. I need wealth in order that there will be a target, there will be aim. So the right self-esteem is not about me. It's not like telling myself all those mantras, all those things that I'm the best, or you are not worth, or I have power, so people appreciate me. No, it's not about appreciation of me. It's about what I have to give to the world. Because in this way, I'm not in the middle. And in this way, what do? I'm just the vehicle to bring something to the world. I'm a vehicle of content. I'm a buggy. It's not me. I'm a vehicle to take content, to take something, to take idea. And it doesn't matter what you are doing. If you're doing sport, if you're learning, if you're spreading Judaism or light in the world, doesn't matter what you are doing. It's not about you. It's about your message. And when we understand this idea, it has to what? Increase our what we call self-esteem, but making us humble. Why humble? Because humble is not about me. And how do we do that? How do we increase this movement in our everyday life and spare from us all those troubles of being with too much self-esteem or having low self-esteem or suffering from always talking about myself and thinking about myself, or do I have inner powers or don't I have the inner powers, or am I good or am I bad? Because each one of us has good things in his character and bad things. Those bad things are the one that separates us from the world. Those are the one that do not let me reveal my inner message, to do my mission. So how do I increase my what we call self-esteem but humbling way of life? First thing, to convince myself in my message, to really believe in my message, to make it clear what is my life mission. And I'm not talking about something big. What is my mission over here? What is waiting for me? What do I need to do? And it's not like being suffering, not doing what I want to do. I do not suffer when I'm doing what I have to do, what I need to do. I'm the opposite is the right. I find the real pleasure when I'm doing what I really need to do. So the first thing is to increase my consciousness about my mission. What do I have to do? Why am I doing that? Second, to increase my understanding of how much I influence the world. And when I mean the world, it's sometimes you influence only one person in the room. Sometimes you influence yourself, but you are influencing. The world is waiting for you. So sometimes when I try to work on it and to make it clearer in my mind, it pushes me forward because I know what I have to do. It's so easy for us to convince ourselves that we are not good enough and we are not worth enough and we do not do what we need to do and waiting for years. What is my meaning? Meaning is it's a subjective thing. If you will always stop and think about how much life is meaningful for me or how meaningful is my life, you will not get out of it. Instead of it, ask what the world needs from me. What should I do here? What is my mission? And there, when doing your mission, you will find your what? Your meaning. So feel that you are influencing. That's what we're trying to do with children. Let them feel that when they are painting, their painting is great. So when it brings to you his painting that he painted, you say, wow, it's beautiful. Without respond, he will feel, okay, I painted. And father and mother does not really love what I did. And they not really appreciate what I did. So I want to help him to understand that he's really influencing. Second thing, self-esteem, the way we rephrase it, and it's like being humble, it's knowing that I will do whatever it takes in order to fulfill, in order to be the vehicle to my inner message, to the message that I want to bring to the world. And I will overcome any obstacle. Why? Because the world, in its interior point of view, is not against me. It's very hard to accept that and to realize that and to understand that. The world really is not against me. The world is waiting for me. It's waiting for me to do. Why? Because it's God's word. And if He's creating every moment in you, He's creating this moment in order that you will fulfill, that you will reveal your powers. And when you are all about yourself, you do not let nothing else being revealed. It's all about you. So what do we say? We have to develop to ourselves the understanding, to understand the point of view, to adopt the point of view that the world is waiting for our action, our doing, our thoughts. We are not alone in the world, even though sometimes we feel that there are a lot of obstacles and walls that we have to go over them or to break them. Still, the inner the inner assignment that we have to adopt and the consciousness that we have to adopt, that we will be able to implement, to achieve, to discover the message that we talked about. And when it's not about me and I'm not in the center, I cannot, it doesn't matter if I'm looking good or not, if I appreciate myself or not, if someone else appreciate me or not, or if there are obstacles or not, because there are things that I have to do. And it's all about those things. And this is a revolutionary concept about self-esteem. It's not the regular self-esteem, because regular self-esteem, we said, a trap. Why it's a trap? Because it's all about you. And when it's all about you, you are losing what you really need to do in the world. And think about everyone that gives, that do something in the world. When it's about him, we take one step backward. When it's about what he brings to the world, it's something else. I've been in the last holiday with Miriam Peretz. I don't know if the English listeners, knows Miriam Peretz, but both two of her children fall in operations, in army operations in Israel. They were officers, and one died were killed about 24 years ago. And then 5 years later, her husband passed away out of grief because he lost his son. And then she said she's full of gratitude that he wasn't alive to, to, to know that her second son, 6 years later, 12 years later, after the first one fell, died, killed, that the second one killed in Gaza Strip. The first one, Uriel, I think, were killed in Lebanon. So we were together in the holiday with hundreds of people in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and she described why she is doing what she is doing. She got the Israeli Nobel Prize. She's doing so many things. She's convincing people to believe in themselves and to overcome and to discover self-esteem. It's not the right word, but to discover strength. And she said, it's not about me. I have a mission. I'm not thinking about myself. If I will not fulfill my mission, it's like my husband and my 2 children died for nothing. If they died, and if I'm here, I discovered what is being happy only now. Why? How? Because now I know that people needs me. I'm not living for myself. And she's important, an eloquent speaker in Israel. She's talking about unity and trying to find what unites us and to find inner strength in order to overcome difficulties in life and difficulties that stands against the Israeli society. And she's so powerful because she's saying, I discovered that only after what I have been through. And we can learn something very strong from that. Somebody asked her, what? I have to go through suffering in order to discover my inner powers, in order to discover that I can stand in front of audience and to reveal my message? And she said, no, you can learn from me. You can learn from others and save the misery and save the hardness of life and save the agony and save things that could happen to you. Why? Because if you caught the point, now you can proceed. Now you can reveal your inner powers. Okay, we are learning, as I said at the beginning, Tanya, which is the most important book of the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneor Zalman of Liadi. We are trying to upload the video every week, but it will help us so much if you will give us your credit and subscribe to the channel and give us thumb up. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.